What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back with another video on the channel. Today we actually have a double feature. We've got the highest rated diner in my area. I will get to that, but beforehand, I'm not gonna try to milk like 90 videos out of one video. Normally people would make two separate for content purposes, but nah, I love you guys, so this is what we're gonna do. Krispy Kreme dropped a cinnamon toast crunch cinnamon roll. Redundant, probably not what it's called, but close enough. Unfortunately, I believe this is the last day that they're out. So if you're watching this and they're not out, my bad. I didn't really know about it until it was too late, but I managed to score the 4-pack, which has a cinnamon roll, 2 of those, and then the cinnamon toast crunch ones, which you see right there. What it is basically is their normal OG cinnamon roll, and they have cinnamon cereal milk icing, which sounds very good, as well as pieces of cinnamon toast crunch. So, I'm not gonna milk this. Come on, man. I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna get this one. This one looks beefy. So here it is right here in all of its splendor. Got the cinnamon roll. I wish I would have got them like super fresh, but they're limited edition, so these are a few hours old. This is why I take the box off. You see that? Hold on a second. I don't like that. All right, let's do this. Y'all, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. If these aren't out anymore, I don't care. Just clean this. The cinnamon toast crunch still has crunch to it. The cereal milk icing, it's like cinnamon overload, but in a good way. CTT is one of my favorite cereals. That's an abbreviation for cinnamon toast crunch. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but just in case. And then I had the cinnamon roll. Fantastic. I haven't had a cinnamon toast crunch anything because I ate too much cereal in the eating challenge, as well as a Krispy Kreme since I ate 50 in a video a while ago. Ain't nothing wrong with this. The icing doesn't have like a seriously strong flavor. I feel like it's all being masked because everything on this is like pimp my cinnamon. It's like, yo, dog, we put cinnamon on top of your cinnamon roll with cinnamon icing. And then cinnamon toast crunch. Y'all probably don't even get that reference. Just a Pimp My Ride reference. I'm old. But even with that, even if you just get the cinnamon roll, you wouldn't really miss out on much. The icing, I would have preferred if it was like a filled donut. I don't know why. But you do get a little bit of that milk, cereal milk taste to it, which adds a nice little balanced little element to it. I have zero complaints about it. And this is just a regular cinnamon roll. I'm gonna try this just for like the comparison. There's a slight difference, but not much. The icing, because it's the same flavor, just adds a little bit more creaminess to it instead of just having like just like a regular, not necessarily stale donut, but adds a little texture change with the crunch. Not a crazy difference between the two. I do like both. But I think it's like $10 for 4. And if that's the case, you didn't really miss out on a lot. You can still just go ahead and get the cinnamon roll. I'm not gonna hold y'all. This is good though. Either way, you can just get this if you want to. You didn't miss that much. Just keep it in a stack. Now we are back with another episode of the highest rated diner in my area. Now, if you're not familiar with New Jersey, we do call ourselves the diner capital because we have a lot of diners. There are at least one per town, usually multiple depending on where you live. Now, we went to a place called the Suburban Diner. It is located in Paramus, New Jersey, and we have 2 different ratings. We have a 4.7 out of over 1,200 ratings on DoorDash, and a 4.3 out of over 2,000 ratings on Google. Diners are always a subject that in New Jersey, every single diner people either love or they don't like. Usually people have a bias towards the one that they frequent a lot, and then they'll tell you the other diners are absolute trash. So it's very hard to find like a subjective rating when it comes to diners. I haven't done a lot of diners. I've only probably done 3 or 4, which I'm gonna start to do more because that's what we have. And diners have such a variety of food that it makes it a very fun review for me. So we got the Suburban Diner. I tried to get some different stuff, but as well as some New Jersey staples. And what I'm going to start with is a New Jersey staple. It is what we do here and what we say. Okay, listen, Canada, all right, before you even say anything. I have this conversation every single time, but it's gotta happen. So, with that being said, let's open up our first order and start off with what I always start off with when I am going to a diner, which is disco fries. Now, I know a lot of Canadians are going to say it's poutine. And what I like to say is poutine is like disco fries' older cousin. Poutine is definitely an originator, but disco fries here are fries with mozzarella cheese, mozzarella as I like to call it, as well as gravy. And the gravy is a little different than poutine, as well as the cheese being different, but yes, they are both gravy fried dishes. So, please don't fight with me. I'm tired, okay? Anyway, my GOAT order on my plastic fork, because I love plastic forks, the disco fry. Now we gotta see, disco fries are a very, very touchy thing for me and most New Jerseyans that eat at these diners. So we've got the mozzarella, we've got the melted gravy, we've got some fries. Theirs is different. In a good way. In a good way. It's almost like they use like a different seasoning on their gravy. There's a different flair to them. I can't quite put my finger on it. But before I even get into the taste of it, let me show you a couple things about disco fries that I usually go for. Cheese got to be melted just right. The fries have to be slightly mushy. Yes, slightly mushy. You don't want them crunchy. And the gravy cannot be floating around. So you notice they're not over gravied to the point they're swimming in gravy. All good signs when it comes to a disco fry. Again, this is my preference, not everybody's. And they should always pass the fork test. And all that means is, it's impossible to take your fork, jab in here, and just grab one. You can get at least 3 or 4. It's a rule. But the gravy has a little bit more of like a homemade flair to it. Some of the gravy tastes kind of like stock. And this one tastes like they actually used a roux and a stock and made it from scratch. Which is welcome. I would definitely eat these again. I've had some bad disco fries in my life. There are some diners that I'm a little biased and I don't like. And disco fries aren't really that good. But these, you can tell by the thickness on that gravy that they made this from scratch. I can also see, as crazy as it sounds, a little bit of the fat that they use when they render down whatever meat they use to make the gravy. So, all in all, it's a beef gravy. And it is delicious. Let me tell you, if you're over the age of 21 and you go out with your friends and you make a stop at that diner and you take yourself over and you get an order of disco fries for everybody, game changer. Every person I've taken to New Jersey over the years, I've had to have them try disco fries. And everybody's loved it, even though they said, what, gravy? Last time, look at that gravy. Nice and thick on there. Great job. Great job. One of the better ones I've had. Now we're gonna take it to one more staple. Now this one isn't the most popular when it comes to diner food, but it's on every diner menu that you see. And I don't love it, but I like it. And sometimes I'm in the mood for it, and today I was. So what we have here is a pizza burger. It's at every single diner you will ever see. I hate this thing. I can't rip these off. Nah, these don't come off, man. They did a good job with these. Nope. Be messed up. All right, we're just gonna put this off to the side. But a pizza burger is just a regular cheeseburger. What they do is they do the melted mozzarella and add the marinara sauce to it. There's certain people that love pizza burgers and they will like do anything for them. And I'm not one of them, but this does look good. So you can see the marinara, you see the melted mozzarella. What I do like, as you can tell, they put it on the bottom and it is, show you, turn this around. It's on the top too. Now, the reason I don't really like pizza burgers is because the bun never holds up. So you can see that it is slightly soggy on the bottom, and that's just not my thing. But I wanted to show you guys it, and I did want to try it. That is good. This burger is huge. It's not overcooked. You can see the burger itself. Still got a lot of juice to it. Look at that sauce right there. Let me get some mozzarella. Put that right there. The marinara sauce is good too. Again, does not taste like it came, excuse me. I'll be trying to just like wolf my food down sometimes because it is good. It doesn't taste like it comes from a jar, which is big. Some diners, everything they do, it tastes like they just put it out of like a bottle, a jar, or something. And this doesn't. And one of the best things about New Jersey diners, the good ones, is the burgers are always huge. This is what you would call a deluxe, which means that you got it with fries. You have different options of fries, but anytime you get a burger deluxe at a diner, it just means you got it with fries. So the Pizza Burger Deluxe costs $7.95. And this burger is about 12 ounces. So you do get your money's worth on that. And for some reason, I get the garlic in that sauce, and it just works well with this soggy ass bun. I don't know why, but I normally don't like a soggy bun. 9 days in a row of innuendos. It's fun. But this one's good. I'm trying not to eat the whole damn thing. But so far, I'm very unsuccessful. And you get the pizza on the sauce, on that fry. That's good. That is good. Also, an above average to very good pizza burger. I've had a lot of them over the years. It's a good sign of a good diner is if you do the basics well. That's why I always do basics, and then I'll get something weird. So, next, we move on to the fun stuff. So now we move on to a little bit more of the fun stuff. Always have weird, cool breakfast items at most diners that I go to, and this was no exception. When I saw this, I saw the picture on DoorDash, I said, nah, we're getting this. Giant waffle. Just hear me out. See, I can't unveil these with you guys because I can see them because it's transparent, but can you see? Oh my God, can you smell that? You can't. I wish you had smell-o-vision. Peep game. This right here is a Nutella s'mores waffle. And it smells fantastic. You got the waffle fresh out of the press. Nothing too crazy about this. Then you got the Nutella. I can smell that hazelnut. And of course those marshmallows. I'm starting to drool. And what do I do? You know what? Nah, we can't be cute. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Oy. Like, would you eat this? I already know this is gonna bang. That's damn good. Of course, I have no milk. The waffle, of course, is well done. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. The waffle's well done. Got that buttery, fresh off the waffle iron taste. I love giant waffles. It's like one of my things. I used to get them with ice cream all the time, even in college. And when you add Nutella and you add marshmallows and you melt it over the top, you don't even need syrup. Sometimes I chuck syrup on stuff like this, but it's not necessary. Fantastic. This is dangerous. I don't even have much to say about this. It's a very good waffle, and you can see they got a nice little char on those marshmallows. It's one thing that it's missing though. You can call it s'mores, I need graham cracker. I have to say this. This is an exceptional brownie, but if you're doing s'mores, the element of a s'more, what makes a s'more, I'm being a food snob, I apologize in advance, is you got the chocolate, which they substituted for Nutella. No problem with that, different flair. Marshmallow, toasted, W. I need some graham. Like, get these graham crackers right on the top, and you would have like a home run. This is like a triple, maybe even a ground rule double. But the waffle itself is so good, and it does a good job charring it, and the aesthetic on this is so good that I'm not even mad. I'm just like, man, you could have like A+ this thing, you really got like a B+, A-. Even with that, unless you don't like Nutella, there's no way you won't like this. Yeah, buddy. I'm trying not to eat everything, but we do have. This one I've never in my life had. When I saw it on the menu, and I had to do it. Another thing that most diners in New Jersey have is they have owners or cooks or something with a Greek background. It is very common to get really good Greek food from a lot of diners in New Jersey. So when I saw this, I said, okay, we have to at least try this. This right here, it still looks pretty, I don't want to mess it up. Man, that's heavy, bro. Okay, peep this. This is called a Greek bowl, and what is in this Greek bowl? Home fries, gyro meat, spinach, feta cheese, diced tomatoes, oregano, and 2 eggs over easy. Served with toasted pita. Really want to get in here. Very aesthetically looks great. Let me see some of this gyro meat. Yeah, look at that. That meat. So we got sauteed spinach, hash browns. This is a dope looking kind of little concept they got going here. Should I get some? Yeah, I can get the yolk in there. Is it yolk? Yes, sir. Oh, here we go. Like, what are we saying? Look at that drip, drip, drip. Perfect over easy eggs. That's damn good. This is just... Hash browns are perfectly done. There's crust on them. You want to get that crust from that flat top. See that right there? That's a hash brown. So you can see the other side. You gotta press it down and get that nice crust on the top. Super important. Try some of the spinach here. Spinach is good. Definitely been sauteed with garlic. It's not too oily. Oh, that's good, man. Ooh. Oh, man. Hey, I think I might have found something here. Let me get a little bit of this here. The gyro meat is well done too. And I would expect nothing less. A little acid from that tomato. And that garlicky spinach. And then the feta kind of adds that little, like, you know, that feta has a little saltiness to it. This is really, really good. And it's different from anything I've had in my life, which I'm always looking for stuff like that. But everything worked well, and it feels like a really good Greek breakfast. I don't know if Greeks are really eating this, but I know I am. And the eggs are perfect, over easy. Oh man, yeah. This thing is a meal. Like, move this egg off to the side. Kind of give you this profile in the middle. Alright, let's move that here. Look at this. It's heavy. I'm trying to drop it. Look at that. This thing's insane. I like this a lot. This would be something that if I was going back to this diner. I love that feta. Love that. And it is a big order. Crazy part is, the thing that I wasn't sure about is what brings it all home. And that's the spinach and feta. I wasn't sure if this is all going to work together when it was sauteed like this, but it was stupid on my heart because I understand the profile. And getting those tomatoes in there, hey, this one's a winner. There's another one's hard to stop eating. That is a vibe. If it wasn't trying to be wasn't trying to be disgusting, it does come with toast. I would put all this on a bun, but the pita works the same. Sensational, especially with that runny yolk. You can get the yolk over medium, over hard, or scrambled. It was options that you can toggle, but I do like my eggs over easy. And I'm gonna tell you this, they have about 7 or 8 of these breakfast bowls. They had an Italian one, a Mexican one. I'm sure they're all sensational. So if you do live in this area, in Paramus, which if you're not familiar with the Paramus area, you are from New Jersey, the Garden State Plaza is one of the biggest malls in the country. It's right down the street. So definitely check it out. Love it. Love this. Loved everything. They do the regular stuff, A+, and they have some out-of-bounds stuff. That, for me, is what makes a good New Jersey diner. I love sharing this Jersey stuff with you because, you know, this is my home. I'm proud of it. So, with that being said, I'm going to head off. I want to finish watching Squid Game. I'm not joking. That's why I'm trying to get up out of here. So, we'll be back tomorrow. More content. I love y'all to hand signs. They made it to YouTube.